Why native camp?
Why native camp?
Why native camp?
But this time, let's talk about why not native camp. For the second episode of Sessions with the Shapei, I am going to interview a former native camp teacher who has recently resigned, and which makes me wonder, why not native camp? Hello teachers. Hello teachers. This is my first vlog.
Guten Abend, Teacher Bash.
Good evening, Shapei, teacher Shapei.
Yes,
Thank you
how
for
are you
inviting
today?
me.
Oh, it's not a problem. Thank you so much also for accommodating me, even though it's nighttime there and it's midnight here, the time difference. Thank you.
It's okay. For a friend, I would do everything. Char. Char, char.
So, yeah, so before we continue though, how are you?
I'm okay. A little bit sad,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm fighting here. Gambate ko sa.
Yeah, so thank you. But before we start though, can you please introduce yourself to everyone?
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Teacher Bash from Native Camp. Well, I used to be a teacher in Native Camp, an office-based teacher, but then I need to leave for some reason. So yeah, I've been working in Native Camp for like 3 years and 6 months.
Mm-hmm. I
And I'm still
see.
teaching now.
Mm-hmm. As a home-based teacher, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's good to know. So, Teacher Bash, when did you, or how or when did you discover about Native Camp?
Oh, it was from a friend. It was my friend who introduced me with Native Camp. No. Wala tayong grammar dun. It was my friend who introduced me to Native Camp. My job back then was a call center agent, and then she noticed that I'm really, not happy with doing or like working as a call center, and then she told me like if I'm interested to teach English. At first, I was really scared. At the same time, hesitant because my course doesn't it doesn't nawa maglago kog English dai. I mean my course my course from college, it's not education, okay? So basically it's business. So I'm like, pwede kaya na maano ako, matanggap nila ako as a teacher, hindi naman ako teacher major. Sabi
Mm-hmm.
ng friend, my friend told me like it's okay for as long as you're good in English, you have a good command in English, then you will be fine. So it was actually 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
All of us were church mates.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of us were accepted. Way
Oh,
back 2000.
congratulations.
What year was that?
2000.
Probably 16, 17, something.
You're also bad
Yeah,
at math
but
like me.
super, super. Native Camp was really young back then. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's, like, few pa yung mga teachers.
Mm-hmm. Like how many?
I cannot say how many, but before, during the time that I was accepted as a teacher in Native Camp, you cannot use Wing B
Mm-hmm.
until it reaches 12 noon.
Really?
So you can only use Wing B at 12 noon.
Mm-hmm.
So
12 noon
basically all the teachers need
onwards.
to use Wing A. Oo.
Mm-hmm. I see. And also, I've also heard that before you use flags. Before? Nakaabot ka ba
Ay,
dun?
hindi ko naabutan yun, Day.
Mm-hmm. I see. So what are the biggest, the changes, big changes you can compare before and now?
Siguro yung number of teachers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's a lot of teachers now in Native Camp.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are fighting, not really fighting, but they are trying to, ano ba? Paano ba, Day? Like mag-ilog sila sa kuan, Day? Sa cubicle. How do you say that?
True. Like we have a difficulty in finding our own cubicles because
Yeah, right.
if you're a
Okay.
full-time
So,
teacher, you really have your own cubicle, right?
so, okay, so basically we fight over cubicles.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that?
Mag-away may
Ba't
cubicle.
ko?
Mara na siya.
Oh, so
I see.
I think that's the thing. That's the changes, and then the management.
Mm-hmm. Was
Like
it better?
I think made. I wouldn't say it's bad, but yeah, it's just that when you got used to the bosses from before, and then now everything, like I think almost everyone is new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the only thing.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So
But were you having second thoughts to apply a native camp before?
no, I had,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because of the course. But then
Mm-hmm.
when I worked, when I started working in native camp, I was like, oh, this is the job I'm looking for.
Yeah, because it's relaxing, right?
It's really calm. There's no pressure, unlike in call center, they need your numbers and stuff like that. But in native camp, you just need to
Mm-hmm.
teach properly. I mean, I just like it. Like the environment is really good for me. So that's
I
the reason why.
see. It's true though. Even for me though, as you know that I'm now a home-based teacher. So for me, I miss the chill moments. I miss the over breaks. I'm sorry to say this one.
I know.
Yes, exactly. And I miss being surrounded by Japanese interns. Yes. How
I
about you?
know.
What do you miss?
I know
Do
the
you miss
feeling.
it?
I'm not really close to Japanese interns. You know that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that I miss about in native camp is that the environment, like
Mm-hmm.
the office, the people in it, especially you guys, my workmates. Those are the things that I miss, and my students.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I'm teaching now. However, not every day because
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy with au pairing.
Oh,
So
Perry.
yeah, au pairing. That's why I'm busy with
If you guys don't know, Teacher Bash is in.
Deutschland, Germany.
Did you have any hard time adjusting from Philippine culture and then German culture?
Super. I would say. You know what? Sometimes I would think I want to go home.
Please go
It's
home.
just so different. It's just so different here. Like, I mean, it's really a good experience to have because you're out of your comfort zone. My 1 month experience here was terrible because I was with a very, very bad host family. Not so bad, but I would consider them very bad. I did not really have much of the opportunity to see because it was also the time when Germany decided to totally close everything, like
Mm-hmm.
lockdown,
Mm-hmm.
quarantines. Am I
Mm-hmm.
right?
Like total
Lockdown, that
lockdown.
a total lockdown. So we're
Mm-hmm.
not allowed to go out. But at the same time, we can still go out good, but you're not allowed to meet other people.
Mm-hmm. I
Hmm.
see. So there's no communication or contact.
There's none. And then imagine I was new,
Mm-hmm.
and then my host family was terrible. So I'm like, huh, I'm just in the house most of the time. But at the same time, I was able to travel to another country. It's because my host family back on that no, my first host family, they have a house in Austria, so they always
Mm-hmm.
bring me every Saturday and Sunday. So we usually spend the weekend in Austria. So I was able to see a bit outside, but it's not enough. You need connection with people. You need Filipino people.
Yes, you need
Filipino.
Joa.
No. Oh yeah. Up until now, teacher Shapei, I'm still adjusting. You know, it's really different because in the Philippines, you can just go wherever you want. You can go to this cafe and just ask them like, "Hey, I want this, I want that." But in Germany, when you go to a cafe and then you don't really speak German, because most of the people here they don't speak English.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Exactly.
gonna be so like if you would go to a restaurant and then they would adjust for you, it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, finally someone speaks English to me. But then most of the restaurant, when you said, oh, can I have this, they will reply you in German, and that's really annoying.
So you'd
But
be like,
again,
uh.
yeah, sometimes I would say, I'm sorry, pardon,
With your accent.
uh pardon, I'm sorry. By the way, you guys, I'm actually with a British host family.
So you speak
Nah,
British already. You can speak British already.
not really.
Not
That's
really.
what. But I only realize when you are actually living with, a native speaker of English, like especially from England, you
Mhm.
get intimidated.
Really? In what
Yeah, I
way? In
swear.
what way?
And not me, like sometimes you cannot express yourself properly because I felt like, oh, I might be saying it in a wrong way, or like, am I using the right term? You know what I mean? Yeah,
Exactly.
but you know
It's
what?
true.
My favorite expression with British people, they always say, "Oh dear, oh no." Yeah, my host kid, he always say, "Oh dear,
Oh no.
yeah, oh no."
You
I
really
said,
still
"Don't
have
touch."
the accent, teacher Bash. Like your voice is very big when I'm teaching Kalan way back and Wing B. Your voice is really,
Always.
really big. Like we are 3 cubicles apart from each other and I can still hear your voice. Yes.
I know,
Your
right?
voice
I
is
told
that
my
big.
host mom about it. You know what? The first time I conducted a class in my room, because I'm actually in the last floor of the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the top, the fourth
Mm-hmm.
floor, and my host mom and dad, they always hear me when I have a lesson.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
what is the reaction?
they were like, oh, "That was massive."
What?
They would say
What?
massive. That was
Masai.
yeah, massive. That's their accent. Like, that was massive, Jai. That was really loud of you. I'm like, really? Am I so loud? Yeah, yeah. We can hear you speak so much, like nonstop. I'm like, yeah, because I'm teaching Kalan that time, and they were like, I can't imagine doing it myself. My host mom said that. I
Mm-hmm.
cannot imagine talking the whole time. I will lose my voice.
Really? But they can understand you because they speak British, right?
Yeah, but sometimes there are, when you are used to American accent, with a British accent, there's so many words that like, okay, okay. Like it's
Nga.
new to you, I would say, because their terms are quite different.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. Like for example, if I need to get the kid, my host kid from Cripper. Cripper is a school in Germany. So then, instead of saying, "Will you fetch the person?" Like, "Will you fetch Henry? Jai? Will you fetch Henry, Jai?" They usually use the word collect.
What?
Collect.
Collect. Oh.
Yeah. For because there are times my host mom is really open. Like, she would say, "Hey, Jai," because they call me Jai. By the way, guys, my real name is Jai. Jai, not Bash. Bash
Why
is just my.
bash? Why
It,
bash?
oh, do you know the movie One More Try?
Of course.
Nah, one more chance. One more chance.
One more chance.
Yeah, do you know
Popoy.
the
Who's
movie
your
One More Chance?
Popoy? Who's your Popoy bashing?
Oh, my papa is in Moosburg. I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah, instead of saying like, "Hey Jai, are you going to fetch Henry from Cripper today?" or "Should it be me?" Because it's okay. They usually say, "Would you like to collect? Like, would you like to collect Henry today from Cripper?" They use the word collect. I'm like, collect, okay. Because
Oh.
we usually say fetch,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They use collect the word. So I'm
I
like, oh,
see.
interesting.
It seems like you would have a hard time communicating, right? But didn't you apply what you've learned in the Kalan method when during your stay there?
Not most of like when I was having a class here, I did not tell them that I'm having a British family, like
Mm-hmm.
host family, because they might expect too much from me. Like
Mm-hmm.
when they saying that, oh, this person is with a British family, I'm expecting this teacher that she would develop this British accent. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, it's really hard.
Mm-hmm. So the expectations from your students would be much higher, right, compared before.
Now I would say I prefer American accent,
True, even
but
for me.
British accent is really sexy.
It's true though. One more time, Bash, call my name in British.
Shapei. Yeah, it's really nice. Like you can adapt, especially
Mm-hmm.
my host dad. He really has this strong British accent. My host mom is mild, like
Mm-hmm.
not so much, but
So
still
only.
sexy.
I
Yeah,
see. Exactly. So going back, Bash Sensei,
Bash
how was your
Sensei.
how was your first week in native camp?
Oh damn, it was terrible.
Why? Why?
It was terrible. Do you know why? It's
Why?
because before, in native camp, di ba right now, if you would look at the our account, you can
Mm-hmm.
see there the help. No, no, no. The lesson kit.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you the idea how this lessons, how you should teach these lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Way back with us, it was always the grammar beginner, grammar intermediate, and stuff like that. We didn't really have the experience of teaching during the training, huh? We did not have the experience of teaching topic talk.
Mm-hmm.
What else was that? And other things. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, I'm familiar with the grammar beginner, so I know the drill. So when I had this lesson, which is topic talk, I was like, how should I teach this? Especially the part which you guys need to have a short story, or you need to make a short story.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I would make the story and then I will just send it through. I will just send it to the chat box. So I remember this. I will never forget this because this is the craziest experience I've ever had in native
Mm-hmm.
camp. So I was typing a story,
Mm-hmm.
and then my student was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm typing a story." Chutomate kudasai. And then he was like, "Why are you typing? Like we should do it like impronto." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "We need to act." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's my first day here in native camp." And then that time he gave me one. I would
Mm-hmm.
remember. He rolled his eyes on me and then he was like, "Okay, continue what you're doing." But I can feel that he was quite disappointed with me
Mm-hmm. Disappointed,
because I just
maybe.
don't know. Yeah, because it was my first time teaching. Well, I'm a volunteer in the church, but I don't really teach English. What I
Mm-hmm.
teach is like, words in the Bible, praise and worship, stuff like that, but not teaching English, dear. Yeah.
It's true though.
So I was
And what
like,
else?
yeah, and also, what other lessons? I think only topic talk.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm quite talkative, so I'm okay with the 5 minutes. I understood the 5 minutes discussion. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, okay, this is easy. It's just the topic talk, the short story part.
Exactly. And also the
I was
role
like,
play, right?
role play. What I meant is role play, not the shirt. Oh my goodness! Why you did not tell me?
Because there's role play and topic talk, and also there is we should make a story. So there are
Is there
two.
a role playing topic talk?
Yeah, role play and short stories, or short story for advanced, role play
So
for beginner. No, I think the
I
first part.
forgot. I forgot
Hmm.
some of that.
Yes, because you have
Yeah,
not been teaching for a long time already, right?
yeah. Basically, when I was teaching, when I no 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 when I started teaching here in Germany through home base, I just usually, have a class of free talking because most of them are my regular student, and then kalan. I didn't encounter topic talk anymore. 5 minutes. Well, I missed those lessons.
Yes, because dyan tayo nabubuhay before, right?
I agree.
Yeah, before we
Yes,
both had the Callan badge. And also, if you guys don't know, Teacher Bash and I, we had Callan training together. So, yes, it was very
that's right.
extensive. Yes.
I think that's the reason why we knew each other because of that training.
Yes,
Because I
and we
didn't know you
also,
before.
yes, exactly, me too. And we also had a common student, right?
All right, Ayana
Yana
and Mommy
Chan.
Marco.
Yes, and Mommy Mako. As we know, as office-based teacher, right, we have or we can meet our students, of course, with the consent of the native camp office. So, if I may ask you, okay, what was what was your best trip or encounter with a student?
Um, I would say two of them,
Mm-hmm.
three of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a. No, I haven't met a lot, but I think four.
Mm-hmm.
But the best thing is with Mami Mako and Ayana.
Really, with us.
Yeah,
Like we stayed in their condominium for how many days?
for
I
a couple of
forgot.
days. Yeah.
It was more than. It was more than. You were still having your review, I think, for German proficiency, something.
All right. Yeah, I was still
Mm-hmm.
attending school for German language
Mm-hmm.
at that time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was the
I would say
best,
that
right?
was my first. Yeah, that's for me is the best. One of the best memories I
Mm-hmm.
had with meeting my, students in personal.
Mm-hmm. Why? Well, why was that the best?
I think because you guys were there and then the bonding is was just really natural.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we
Exactly.
found a mother in Mami Mako.
Yeah, as a Japanese
Yeah.
mom, right? Like it was so
Yeah.
fun. Like we cooked for them, really made them experience how our way of life is. Like we cook for them. Like we cook buwad.
Yeah, right.
What else was that?
Um Sardines omelette.
Sardines. Yeah, sardines omelette. And then we tried natto.
Natto, yes, natto.
Yes, and also what else?
Gross.
Onigiri. She made onigiri for us, right? So
Yeah, I
that will
remember
be
that.
our snacks.
And also to something yaki?
Tom Tamagoyaki? I don't know.
9999. It was
Takoyaki,
the
takoyaki, takoyaki,
takoyaki.
takoyaki.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
remember that. The
Yeah,
takoyaki one.
yes, fake takoyaki because it was not taco. It's not.
Yeah.
It was not octopus. It was squid.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ayana was like, it's fake.
And
Because
all of
there's
us
no
were amazed.
octopus.
Yes,
Yeah, but it was
exactly.
a good experience. I mean, I would say Mommy Mako was really accommodating.
Yes, and a chill mom. I miss them so much. Like, have you experienced wherein you get attached to your student and then suddenly they don't enter your class or they don't communicate with you suddenly and then you feel really sad about it?
Of course. I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but there's a student that I was like, oh, he has to leave native camp because he has to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would say I was attached to him because he was nice. He was a nice student, kind one. But most of my students are still in native camp. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see. Maybe the one from.
Stop it.
Ah,
Stop it. Uy, ayaw nag-post.
So you've mentioned earlier that you have been with Native Camp for 4 years, 3 years.
3 years and six. I'm still running. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you would check on my profile, they keep on adding it.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So
So it's like
now I'm 3 years and
continuous.
eight something.
Mm-hmm. I see. So how was your experience so far? It's in 3 years plus.
I'm not gonna say it's a bad experience, but I would say there's no such thing as a perfect company,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no such thing as a perfect employee. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
not perfect. I'm always absent.
Me too.
But I
Over break.
realized, I know. I think 2018 was a really bad year for me because I'm not working that much.
Mm-hmm.
But then 2019, I felt like I needed
Mm-hmm.
to work hard
Mm-hmm.
because I realized like I've been working for 2 years and almost 3 years, but then my reservation is still very, small.
Mm-hmm. Few.
Not small, but few. I only have like few reservations, and I felt so disappointed because the other teachers who are, new, they have a lot. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for quite a couple of years now, but I still don't have that much of reservation. So I realized like, why don't I just work every day, focus, and then boom, I got this Callan badge. Because of Callan, I received a lot of reservation. Plus, I noticed some of the students if they observe that, oh, this teacher is not absent all the time and she's always in the office, they usually book your class.
Mm-hmm.
So then I realized, oh, maybe that's the reason why I don't have reservation. It's because I'm not always in the office. And then other students, they tend to wait for you, or that
Mm-hmm.
they are looking forward to see you again, but then on the next day they cannot see you on standby just because, oh, maybe she's
You're
sick or she's
absent.
sick.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, your attendance is really a factor. Like if you're constantly present and conduct classes, then more likely you would have a lot of students, right? I've also noticed that.
I know. That's the reason why. And you know what? The bad thing about it is because kung kailan meron akong maraming student, hindi ko na kayo mag-English dahil, kung kailan marami na akong estudyante, doon din pumasok tong opportunity na au pairing sa Germany.
Mm-hmm. So, here, Teacher Bash, why not native camp?
You know what? I want to stay native camp. But at the same time, I was thinking, this au pairing opportunity, it's I would say once in a lifetime, because you can only stay in Germany for 1 year as an au pair. By the way, if some of you guys are wondering what is au pair, au pair, au pair, it's like a babysitting type of job, but it's not a job here. It's a program. It gives you the opportunity to learn German, to learn the culture, to live with a German family, to be able to, to be able to, how do you call it? Immerse?
Experience.
Yeah, immerse. Am I right by the term?
Yeah,
Like immerse the
immerse.
culture?
Mm-hmm. Get
Uh-uh.
to know more the culture.
That's it. You have to
Mm-hmm.
get to know more of the culture. So if you like, oh, I want, and this is also one of your stepping stones.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to work in Germany, and this is the, I would say, the easiest visa. However, you need to have your certificate for the German one. So you need to study the basic one and have a certificate because it is needed in the immigration.
Mm-hmm. I
Uh-huh.
see. So why not
So
native camp?
why not native camp? Because native camp is always there.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I thought to myself, because my friend asked me to be an au pair. It
Mm-hmm.
was month of June,
Mm-hmm.
June or July.
Mm-hmm.
And that time I was still thinking twice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't want to leave native camp. I mean, I'm earning well in native camp. So I don't need to go. Like, I don't earn here. I mean, we do have an we do have an allowance, but it is an allowance for like if you need something to buy, but it's not enough. So I'm like, let me think about it. So then my friend told me, always remember, it's hard to find a host family in Germany who are nice. So this time my host family is willing to get you in the Philippines, and they are willing to wait for you. So this is a one-time opportunity. You need to accept it because it's already Europe. So I'm like, yeah, right. So I'm like, okay. So I've decided to just accept it, and then I'm planning to just, change from office base to home base so that I won't totally leave native camp because I don't want to leave native camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
it's like
see.
a home. Yeah, for me,
True. It's like our comfort zone, right? Like we
I
need not to
agree with that.
worry about anything as long as, because for me though, I'm really settled with native camp already. Like native camp is my comfort zone. Yes, like
That's it.
even for me, like I had a lot of cancellations of my reservations recently, but a lot of my regular students would still enter my class. And then when they enter my class, they would say, Shapei, you're absent again. You canceled my reservation again. Why? But in a good way though. And then we just keep on laughing because they know already my attitude. They have adjusted with it already, so they understand.
But that's the reason why, and I think the reason why a lot of people would like native camp, it's because you're very considerate with
Mhm.
teachers.
Mhm.
Like it's not the type of company that like there's so many parents, like parents working in native camp, and then if they need to attend their kids, let's say for example their kids affair in school, you just need to inform native camp and then you can just attend to it.
Exactly,
without
especially for
worrying, like,
emergencies.
yeah, for emergency purposes. I think that's the best thing about Native Camp. They're very considerate.
What do you miss the most about native camp? Like only one thing.
Teaching.
Really?
Yeah, I
Come
miss
back to
the
teaching.
office. I
Me
miss
too.
my cubicle.
What
I miss
else?
the people in it.
Mhm.
I miss the
Including
vibe.
me. Including
Of
me.
course,
Ah,
including Shapei. Including
really?
Shapei.
Who
Yeah.
else? Who else?
You my friends, of course.
Right.
Reg, teacher Heidi, Bayo, Ching,
Hi,
Floyd,
Heidi.
May. So many people I
Heidi.
miss.
Who's Heidi? How's Heidi?
Teacher Ching. I'm
Heidi's a
sorry,
real
Teacher
name.
Ching, for exposing your real name, Heidi.
Who else? Who else?
Marjane, yes, and Teacher
Oh.
Fire.
Yeah, so native camp is
Mm-hmm.
so chill, right? If you don't know, guys, like native camp, we also there are a lot of teachers who also sell food there. So if we get hungry, just
Yeah,
run to their cubicle.
yeah. I miss sneaking food inside my cubicle.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
like eating while having a lesson. So I was even caught once by the monitoring. So I was reprimanded.
Oh,
I think you saw,
oh,
right?
I think I showed you mine as well, right? The funny one, like I did this.
And the
Yeah, I was
monitoring
like,
was
of
able to
all the pictures,
why that.
why that picture? I look so disgusting with the picture.
Exactly. Do you think the monitoring, the way Native Camp monitors our classes in the office space are the same? The same way for the home based? What do you think?
Could be possible. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, me too. Exactly. But it's stricter in the office, right? Like when it
I would
comes
say
to
so.
conducting classes, like they're very
Yeah.
strict about rejecting classes. Like it's very general, like very general scope, but especially for example, when you're not performing well in your lessons, it will be considered rejecting classes, right? Teacher Bash would advise for the give to the teachers here at Native Camp who are still struggling to get a lot of reservations.
Just chill. Chill. It takes time to actually gain a lot of students. It's not easy. Yeah, it takes time and skill. So in your case, I mean, I've heard a lot of students, I mean, I have a lot of teachers that I know, they were saying, "Oh, I'm so devastated because my ratings went down again." I'm like, "Do not mind your rating. Just focus on teaching. Give your best. And then you will get it.
Yes, the rest will
You will just
follow.
Yeah, the rest will follow, and then you would have it all before you know it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's true also. And also for me though, it would not be worth it to experience a lot of reservations unless you have experienced the hardships of getting one because you will not really appreciate
right.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. So basically, sa mga bago na mga teachers, wag atat mga besh. Yung iba kasi napaka-atat. Wala ko reservation. Ilang buwan ka na ba? 1 month.
Ako nga, 2 years, I think. After,
Oo.
when I had the Callan badge, it took me, I think, 6 months to get a lot of reservations because I was
Yeah.
really having a hard time. I did my best, but now I have reservations. Not that a lot though, because I'm having
Mm-hmm.
my home base account. I'm using my home base account now, but I'm
Right.
happy though. Like it's a room for me to improve my teaching skill every day.
True. Ako hindi ako perfect mag-English, but I'm trying my best. Like every day, yun lang. You just need to chill, take time, do your best. Do not focus on your rating. Because when you focus on your rating, you get sad. And then when you get sad, you get demotivated. So then you're not feeling, you're not good in teaching na. Kasi nga, wala na. Mas iniisip mo yung rating mo. So yun lang.
Do you think it's a petty reason? Like you resigned because of your rating?
You know what? You cannot blame people eh.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know what they are going through.
Mm-hmm.
Na parang if the rating, if they receive that rating, they would feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing good. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
good enough for this. So I don't think this is the field that I want to work in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, whatever you like, but if you're good at encouraging people, you just need to encourage them.
Push.
You don't need to think about it. You know?
It's true. We have different, even for
Yeah.
me, I'm not good in English. So before when I
Yeah.
started teaching at Native Camp, I still had a hard
Yeah.
time. Like I still had the, I still think before I speak it, but now it comes in naturally because I have been constantly practicing and improving myself.
Yeah.
So it takes time, to
I
practice
agree.
and to master.
It's not easy though. There are times your English is good, there are times it's really, really bad. Just like now, my English is really bad today. I don't know why.
Maybe because you get acquainted with the British accent. Oh,
Yeah. But it's a good experience that I would never, ever regret it.
exactly. So, thank you so much for giving me your time for today, Teacher Bash. I miss you so
Yeah.
much.
Teacher Shapei, thank you. Teacher Shapei, thank you so much for having me today. Trying hard mag British accent.
Yeah, so thank you so much again, Teacher Bash. And please tell me if you come back here, I'm gonna do party with you, okay? I'm gonna drink.
I would love to. I don't know when I'm coming back, but I do not know when I'm coming. Kung makapag coming back.
Okay, one
Sorry,
more time.
because here in Germany, they usually say Bach, Langin Bach, Siegen Bach, Ein Bach. But anyway, I'm not sure when I'm coming back. So hopefully soon,
Mhm.
but not so soon.
Thank you so much, Teacher Bash, and I will see you soon, okay?
Yes, Teacher Shapey, I'll see you soon.
Thank you
Take
so
care
much.
and
Bye.
stay safe. Stay safe.
Stay
Stay
safe.
safe in the
Stay-
Philippines.
Yes, I love you.
I love you
Tschüss. How do you say it
too.
in German? Tschüss.
Tschüss. Ciao,
Tschüss.
ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.
Just a quick summary. Number one, if you want to get a lot of booked lessons, your consistency in conducting lessons is vital. Number two, don't hurry, it takes a lot of time. Teacher Bash and I, it even took us almost 2 years or so to get a lot of book classes. Number three, rejecting classes, which is a major factor for termination, is a very wide scope. It could either be because you are not performing well in the lessons so that student would not come back to your class again, or number two, you're doing some manipulations when it comes to your internet, and also you keep on refreshing the browser so that the student cannot enter your class. Number four, it'll be difficult to get a lot of book classes at first, but while waiting for the most awaited moment, improve your teaching styles and techniques. Number five, why not Native Camp? Because Native Camp is always and will always be there. Before I end this video, I would just like to give my special thanks to Teacher Bash. Yes, thank you so much, Teacher Bash, for giving me the opportunity to be able to talk to you, even if the time difference between Germany and Philippines is a little bit crazy. If you guys don't know, Uriah and I also have a Facebook group. It's called Shapei and Uriah's Native Camp Support Group. If you want to join, please answer the membership question. If you don't answer the membership questions, your membership in the group will be automatically declined because we need to make sure that all the members in that group are all Native Camp teachers. Yes, that is it for this video. So if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, do me a little favor and do so. And please turn on the post notifications so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. This is Sessions with Shapei. I will see you guys soon. Bye!